Good morning, class. I am Purnima and I welcome you all to my class of English. Today, children, I am going to tell you something about article writing. Now, we all know that the writing section of ours um, English language is divided into two parts. One is short composition and the other is long composition. Okay, there are two types of composition are there. One is short composition and the other is long composition. All right. So this, first of all, children, writing skills in English language is the expression of ideas. What are these? You people are writing debate writing, you people are writing letter writing, you people are writing speech writing, and then article writing. Today I'm going to tell you. So first of all, what is all this writing section? So it is an expression of ideas in clear and in grammatically correct English. Your language should be lucid. Lucid means it should be clear and it should be grammatically correct English. For that, children, you have to think and plan. Okay? Why? Because you have to write in sequence order. So first of all, whenever you write a writing section, what you have to do, you have to think, you have to read the topic first. You have to see if the hint is given or not. You have to see your input devices. What is an input devices? Children, input devices is that device, a box will be there and in that hints will be written. That is known as input devices. Okay. A box will be there and hints will be written on that. So that is an input devices. Then children, after writing input devices, what you will do? Either you will be having visual input, sometimes you will be given visual inputs also. What is a visual input? Like children, you can see in my book a tiger is there. Okay, this tiger is there and you have to see, can you see the tiger here? Yes, it is a tiger here. And children, what you have to see? You have to see the picture of that tiger and then you have to write article writing or a story writing. Okay, so this is known as visual inputs. So there are two types of article writing, as I told you, short composition and long composition. So the writing section is not a very easy thing to do. People think, oh, we will write in 1 or 2 sentences, finish. No. So you have to plan, you have to read the topic, you have to see if any visual output is there or this one input is there. Okay, and then you have to think, you have to plan your ideas, you have to organize your ideas. That means you have to write those ideas in a sequence order. And then children, you have to present those ideas in a coherently style by introducing, by developing and by concluding a topic. Okay, that as yet children you have to write in 3 parts. What are those 3 parts? Our first part is introductory part. First part is introductory. Second part is the main content and third is the concluding part, ending part. So this idea should be planned at how you will introduce the ideas in the writing section. Okay, that means how you will write the starting points, how you will elaborate your content, and then finally children, what you have to do, you have to think, you have to elaborate, and then you have to write the concluding part, that means the ending part. The art of presenting an arguments with supporting example. In between children, you can give example, you can write quotations, thoughts, okay. Using an appropriate style and expanding notes into longer pieces of writing, and creative expression or idea should be there. Something very new ideas, creative ideas, not the old ideas. That should be there in your writing section. Now, second most important characteristic of writing is that all the writing section has a particular format. Take the example of letter writing, it also has a format. If you will take the example of story writing, that also it has a format, it has a heading, then you have to write the introductory content and concluding lines, and finally children you have to write the moral of the story. If you will write, see, debate writing or speech writing, that it also had a children particular format. So whether it is a long composition or it is a short composition, you have to write the particular format for them. So today's topic is article writing. It also has a particular format for that I will be telling you before starting your this article writing. Now, format will carry separate marks in all the writing section. Format also have a separate mark. Then children, the other important thing is the word limit in writing section. Generally, so short compositions are written in 50 words and a long composition are written nowadays. Earlier it used to be written in 150 to 200 words, but now children, it has been reduced to 120 to 150 words. So your word limit will be there, and in the question word limit will be written. So you don't need not have to be worried that how many words we have to write. Okay, so remember, approximately I'm telling 50 words. One paragraph generally has a 50 words, and each line have 8 to 10 words. It depends upon the handwriting. Okay, if you are having a small letter handwriting, so 10 lines, 10 words will be there in one line, and approximately 5 to 6 lines you will be completing your paragraph. Okay, so you have to see children that all the writing section, it has a particular format and it has a this one word limit also, right? Now we will be talking about article writing. So article writing will come under long composition first. Okay, it is not a short composition. It will be come under long composition, and it is the form actually of an composition. In composition, we don't have to write by, okay, but here we have to write the article is written by whom. Now there are many types of articles, so your article will be based on the school magazine. I hope you all have your school magazine. So all the especially children, teachers keeps on asking you that bring the articles for your school magazine. So in your syllabus, your article is for school magazine. Then there are many articles for the newspaper, for the other magazine also. Okay, many articles are there, but then you have to write your articles for your school magazine. So you will be asked to attempt a long piece of composition of minimum 120 to 150 word. Uh, this composition will be in the form of article writing. Uh, so here children, you can provide two things. Either you can be provided with verbal inputs or visual inputs. So what is a visual inputs? I told you visual inputs, as I've told you there's a tiger here. You can see the tiger, the picture of the tiger here. Okay, and you can see the heading is also there. What is the heading written? Save the tiger. So you have to writing the article writing on save the tiger. So both verbal and verbal or visual output can be can be given to you, and you have to take help from those inputs or ideas. Now children, taking help, let me discuss this also. Taking help from these inputs and ideas. Okay, people, whatever the student, what they do, actually what they do, they simply only copy the idea which is given. Okay, so here you are wrong. You have to write your or think about your own ideas also. You have to think about your own ideas. Okay, and then after thinking, you have to take the help from these ideas which is there, and you have to think about your own ideas. Okay, and then you will be completing your writing section. Well, of course, sometimes children, as I told you, your visual inputs, not only it can be in the form of a picture, it can be form of a figure also, it can be form of a diagram also, it can be form of a cartoon also. Okay, then table also, log type of table can be given. The aim of the examinant by inserting an input is only to provide a general guideline along with article has to be developed. Now children, what is the aim of giving those input? That it is a general guideline that some certain important point should is written there, and you have to use that point along with your own ideas. This you have to see. Okay. Children, the subject can be based on anything. It can be of social, subject can be of social, cultural, economic, ethical, behavior, religious, political, scientific in nature, or some scenery of nature can be given to you. You have to write the beautiful scene of nature. It can be journey also, describe a railway journey. Okay, it can be anything, anything religious, anything spiritual, anything it can be. So any topic can be given to you. So I think this is clear about article writing. So student, one more guideline I'm going to give you about article writing, and then we will do 2 or 3 articles. Okay, so first of all, whenever input is there, or whenever picture is there, or some diagram is there, you study very carefully. Okay, or the hints given, or the notes given, or the picture given, you study it very carefully, see it very carefully, and think what you can write about that picture, what are the things given in the picture. Don't miss any points. And then children, you have to arrange them in a systematic order. Okay, and each point you have to develop in a sentence, in a proper sentence, in a simple, grammatical and correct language. Your article must present your ideas not in a spectry but in a coherent and logical manner. Okay, so it should develop an idea in a proper, coherent and logical manner. Develop your writing in 2 to 3 paragraphs. Okay, logical means it should be to the point. Logical means relevant, it should be to the point. And then confine yourself to the given subject. Superfluous and unnecessary detail must be avoided at all costs. Don't write any unnecessary thought which is not related with your article writing. Don't write any unnecessary part, because many students are in a habit, they see the word limit and they write all the unnecessary thing. The content is not up to the mark there, so your marks will be cut. Okay, so now children, I'm going to do the article writing. Okay, and I will be taking the writing here, that yes, uh, that in article writing is there, where input is there. Okay, where input is there. So what are input? Input is a point. Input is a point which is given to you. That means a hint is given to you. That is known as inputs. So some of the hints I will be writing it. The children, The topic is more. Okay, first, before that, I'm going to tell you the format of the article writing. So, what is the format? It is heading and Y, X, Y, Z. So, what is the format of article writing? It is the heading. You have to write the heading first, and then, children, you have to write by whom it is written. You don't have to write X, Y, Z. Here XYZ means the name of the person who has written the article. Okay. So in this, let me tell you one question. The question is, take the help from the following clues and write an article are more ads than news and future in the television. Nowadays, children, if you will see the television, you will see lot of advertisement is there, lot of news and future is there. Instead of showing news and lot of important future in the TV, more ads are shown. Okay, so now 5 hints are there. And what are that? Ad, ads and ads on TV. Ad and ads on TV. Then mint money attract buyers and sellers. Then ads dominate print media. Then fourth point is create style, trends and fashion. And then diluted news and future. Okay, so these are the 5 hints which is given to you. And now how you are going to start? Of course, children, you have to write the heading ad first. So what is the heading? The heading is more ads than news and future. By Ravi Prakash. So children, more at you can see some of the points I am writing in the capital letter. So your heading is just written like the heading of the books. Okay, your title is just written like the heading of the books. And then I have written, children, these points also. I've told you about the points. So for this is the format. You have to write the heading, then you have to write the article by whom it is written. So now I am going to take I'm going to start, see the how I have started, and you can see how I have ended it, what is the end concluding and what is the starting line of this article. Okay, so the word of liberalization and globalization has given birth to unsatiable consumerism. Okay, so you can see, children, your English should be also of standard of class 9th. That is also very important, because many people they write such a English that it is not up to the mark. And remember, your spelling should be correct, and your grammatical error should be there. Okay. The word of liberalization and globalization has given birth to unsatiable consumerism. Use and throw is the slogan of that time. Things have to be sold, selling gives money, and money makes the mayor go. One good commercial advertisement is worth more than hundreds of salesmen. Such is the importance of advertisement in industries, trade, commerce, and business. It is no exaggeration that on TV we have more advertisement than news. After a few minutes, a break is announced and lot of advertisement of different types are shown. So after the break, advertisement started flooding of commercial. The whole TV is started flooding with commercial advertisement. You find the Shahenshah of Bollywood, Amitabh Bachchan selling Binani cement. Then comes the Basha telling you to use Fair and Lovely for your bright complexion. Then comes Kareena Kapoor or Katrina. They take bath in this Lux International or Lux soap with a glowing skin. And children, our glittering damsel of Bollywood can't be left behind. Aishwarya says L'Oreal shampoo. Katrina patronizes Veet, and Priyanka and Karina started for Bajaj Scooty and sometime Boroplus also. Not only that, children, even sports stars are not lacking behind in the advertisement. If you will see the advertisement of Coca-Cola or Thumbs Up, you can see our Indian, the captain of the Indian cricket team, he is there. Dhoni is there. Sometimes Saurav Ganguly used to be there, or Sachin Tendulkar used to be there. So people, they love to see all this advertisement. Okay, so news and future have become secondary. This advertisement, they are becoming primary and more important than future or events. Now, in the second stanza, at least you have to write second and third stanza also. So, TV, cinema, newspaper, magazine are full of advertisements. Ads are trend and style setters. Children, many people learn from advertisement that what is the fashion, what is the hairstyle, what is the dress design. Okay, millions are earned just for a commercial advertisement of a few minutes. If things are to be sold, then you can't avoid patronizing commercial advertisement. They are the lifeline of trade, business, and the media. So these things are the lifeline. So, but one thing also is there. Children, we should not go after the advertisement. Like I have seen many girls, they started buying only L'Oreal shampoo when they saw the beautiful hair of Aishwarya Rai when she was giving the advertisement of L'Oreal. Or many people started buying Lux. So you have to see according to your which shampoo suits your hair. You don't have to go after the advertisement, and you don't have to buy those products. So children, this is one of the example I have given you about article writing. Then by seeing the picture also, we can take one topic, the same picture. Okay, like you can see the tiger is there, and you can see the heading also. Children, I'm showing the heading also. Okay, so the heading here is save the tiger. You know, children, many species, they are on a verge of ending. The extinction of the species is there. So we have to save those species. Okay, we have to save all those species. So here you can write the heading, save the tiger by Raghu Nayak. So he is the person who is written the he is writing the this one. And here, children, you have seen nothing but children, here this thing is there, one picture of a tiger is there, and I'm going to read the question for you. So our question is, massive poaching in the past 2 years has wiped out the entire tiger population. The question is written, and in question you can see you can get many points. What is a poaching? To hunt. Okay, massive means in a large scale. Massive poaching in the past 2 years has wiped out the entire tiger population at one of the tiger reserve in India, says one of the investigation report. Look at the visual below. Okay, so and notice how the number of tiger in India is falling. Use your own ideas and write an article in about 120 to 150 words. for Eco World magazine expressing your concerns on the issue. Now children, here you don't have to write for school magazine, it is there, a magazine is there whose name is Eco magazine, you have to write for that. So the almost the same thing you have to write, whether in the school this thing or there, you have to write the same thing. So man hungers remain unsatisfied, he has swallowed forest, green belts and arable land. So how you are going to write? You have to write all these things like that. Man has misused and abused nature. So what man has done? He has misused and abused nature. Man's violence has brought untold misery to the animal kingdom. Or you can write man's cruelty has brought untold miseries to the animal kingdom. Deforestation on a huge scale has made the most beautiful animal, the tiger, homeless. Illegal hunting and massive poaching have wiped out the entire tiger population at one of the tiger reserve in India. The number of tiger has fallen from 4,334 in 1989 to 3,500 in 2004. In 2010, it has touched the rock bottom just 1440. It is really a tragic story. The most beautiful animal of the wild world is slowly but surely on the verge of extinction. The healthy population of tiger is necessary to maintain the ecological balance of nature. We all know, children, there is ecological balance of nature. Okay, so we have to stop poaching and killing the tiger. The government must take effective and prompt steps to save the tigers. Illegal hunting and poaching must be strongly dealt with. Poachers like Sansar Chand must be given extremely punishment. Forest guard must be provided with the latest weapon to deal with the criminal. Forest reserve should remain untouched. Um, Deforestation should be immediately stopped. Reforestation on a large scale is the need of the hour. Let us save our national animal. Let us save our nation pride, the Indian tiger. So see how beautifully this whole article is written. Okay, you can see how nicely this whole article is written. Okay, so this is the way we write it in a paragraph, 2 to 3 paragraph, 3 paragraph are written here, small paragraph of 25 to 30 words. Okay, and then you can see how I have concluded the ideas here, how the ideas were concluded here. So in this way you have to write your article. Okay, now you have to see the student. Then we can write, there are many articles are there, like how to get the best out of team. Now here children, no hint is there, and simply you have to write the article. So what you will write, you have to write the heading, how to get the best out of team, and you can write any name, your Anuradha, any name you can write, and then you can start your writer. Article, man is a social animal, he can't live in vacuum, he has to depend on others to make a living, he has to bond with others and be a part of team. Working in a team is quite a challenge. One has to adjust himself to the requirement of his team. It doesn't mean you will be doing your own, you have to adjust according to the requirement of the team members. A team must work like a well-oiled machine. Everything should go smoothly in a team. If just like a well-oiled machine, everything goes according to the each part of the machine, only then it can produce great result. All the members of a team must work together selflessly to achieve a common aim or goal. Working in a team is really a healer and a stress person. Instead of feeling burdened, we should enjoy working in a team. Success or failure is not an individual responsibility, it is a collective responsibility. So one of the best futurist team, if you are getting success, the whole team members will enjoy. If you are getting a failure, you are not alone to face that failure. It is the responsibility of each and every person in a team. Children, a good teamwork. Now children, you can change your paragraph. A good teamwork demands a perfect and effective communication between all the member of the team. So after all children, there should be no communication gap in the team. Effective communication should be there between the team. A strong leadership control the individual and guides them to achieve the common goal. Conflicts are avoided. No conflicts, no arguments, nothing like that. No superiority, power, no ego. All these things should be stopped. The focus is on unity and cooperation. You should be united and you should cooperate with one another. Mm, no mutual jealousy and conflict of interest have to be avoided. So if you are having jealous with your team leader, oh, he's a team leader, I'm not the team leader, that should be avoided. Okay, instead you should give support, and all the negative attitudes should be discouraged. Each member should have deep respect and appreciation of others' abilities and skill. So with this children, I end my article, teaching article writing here. Thank you and have a nice day. I hope you have given enough tip so that you can also write a good article. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.